everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with Talk About It Tuesday from the Boss Lady's Corner. And I just wanted to chit chat, not long, I hope. we'll see how things go. But just wanted to chit chat for a minute and talk about just a few little things, give some inspiration if I can, and just offer prayers and things to those who need it and want it. I know this is a trying time for a lot of us, and I've been seeing some posts, been seeing some news clips, been seeing and hearing different things, and people, are worried, they're scared, they're confused, they're unsure, and then you have those who, you have some who are basically kind of telling people what to do, how to do, and how to feel, what to say, things of that nature. So I just kind of want to address it from my perspective. So you guys know I am considered an essential employee, and I have my own reservations. And I can tell you, even within my own household, we have some controversy type of conversations in reference to what's going on. And my biggest concern is my child, my health as well. I have asthma, and so I'm scared of getting anything that would remotely make things worse for my health. I have had many years in the past. If you've been on my channel a long time, you know that my child also has asthma, and there's times where her asthma gets really bad. And so I am concerned for her safety, but I'm doing what needs to be done to protect her and to protect me. Currently right now I am home, but I will be back in the office soon. And even with that, I will be taking the necessary precautions to prevent as much as possible any germs coming into the home and affecting her. With that being said, I too have had some reservations, some thoughts, some feelings in reference to what's going on. One minute we're being told one thing, the next minute, something else, and this will be over in a week or 2 weeks or by Easter. And now, no, we're going to extend this and that and whatever. Places being shut down and different businesses closing and people being laid off. All of that gives me some form of anxiety. Now, with that being said, does that mean that I have no faith? No, that's not what that means. But I have noticed when people have concerns and when people have anxiety, the first thing that is said to them is, "Oh, ye of little faith." And it's like, don't tell me if my faith is little or not. You don't know what kind of relationship I have with the Father upstairs, okay? So don't tell me that my faith is small or little, or that I need to pray more, or I need to get into my word. You don't know what it is I am doing, okay? And unless you're sitting next to me, you don't know. I mean, my husband and I, we can be holding a conversation all day long, and I can have the word open, and he's thinking I'm probably scrolling on Instagram or whatever, or scrolling on YouTube. And no, I'm scrolling that word because I'm making sure that this house is being fed thoroughly. You know what I mean? So for people to sit up and say, "Oh, ye of little faith," or "Oh, you need to pray more," or "Oh, if you serve God, then you should know that this is just whatever," and people need to, one, shut their mouths, period, point blank, because even though there are some people who claim to be Christians, they are not operating as a Christian should. And what I mean by that is, if your brother or your sister is struggling, and what I mean by struggling, I mean not financially, because we'll get to that too, but not financially or lacking food, but I'm saying struggling with just what's going on right now, to berate them, to downgrade them, to talk negative to them, that's not being Christian-like. What that is, that's being nasty. And that's making your true colors be seen. So, my suggestion is, if someone is struggling, let them have their say, because sometimes people need to talk it out. Sometimes they got all this stuff going on in their head, and it's like, you know what, I just need to get these words out. If I can just get them out, then it won't be in my head, then I can move on. Sometimes people, just like, when people get sick, and I know for me, like, if I'm feeling nauseous, I'm like, Lord, just let me throw up and get it over with. You know what I mean? That's kind of the same thing. Just let me get it out my system. As long as I can get it out my system, then I can move on and be productive in my day. But there are a lot of Bible thumpers, so-called Christians, the super saints, okay? That just, they need to hush. You're so busy saying you need to pray and you need to read your word. Why don't you pray? Okay? Because apparently that person is struggling. It's not that they don't have faith, but it's that they're struggling, because they're trying to figure out, why is this happening? And what am I going to do if this keeps happening? I know my Lord is going to supply my every need. It may not be the need that I'm thinking, but He gonna make sure there's a roof. He's gonna make sure there's some food. It may not be a steak dinner. It may not be shrimp fried rice. It might be some rice and beans, okay? But He gonna make sure I'm gonna eat. You know what I mean? So, my suggestion for those who, always have something to say, hush. Hush. If folks need to talk it out, let them talk. And if you don't want to be the person to listen, tell them, look, hey, I can't be your shoulder today. I'm going to need you to call somebody else. Or, you don't have to be that rude. You can just be like, I know you got a lot that you want to talk about, but I really got to get back to work. Okay? There's some people who aren't going to work. Okay? So they may need to talk, because they're like, man, I'm not going to work. What's up? You know what I mean? So that's the first thing. And then I look at those who are not following the rules, I guess you would say, the order that has been placed upon many of us. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay. You're putting a lot of folks at risk. Now, I have my own thinkings and thoughts about certain things of what's going on, but at the end of the day, like I said, my priority, what I'm thinking about, is my health and my child's health, and making sure that we are able to see this time next year, But if it's God's will and it's God's way, then, whatever happens, happens. I did have a Bible scholar say to me, people die every day. So what's the difference with this? I say to that, well, I got a lot that I still need to do. I did have me a little talk with Jesus, and I told him all about my troubles, okay? And when I was sick just a month ago, I had a deep conversation with the Lord. Lord, look, I'm sick as a dog. I can't get up off the couch. Do you hear me? But at the same time, I have stuff I need to do. I'm not ready. I haven't finished my course. And he revealed to me, yeah, your course ain't finished yet, but baby girl, make sure you got your stuff in order. So as you see me putting out videos and making sure that my house is stocked, I'm making sure my house is in order. Because if the Lord say it's your time, I want to make sure that my family is already set. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Okay. And if they're not already set, with the food, at least financially, they know, okay, this is what mama left for me to do. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. I have been reading my word. Everybody's church, well, not everybody, but majority of churches are online now, which in a way, it's kind of nice. You go to one church. If you're a member of a church, you go to that church Sunday in, Sunday out. But now with church being online, you can visit other churches. Y'all know I am a fan of T.D. Jakes. I do like to hear him preach. I've even visited the Potter's house, so that was a great, blessing for myself and for my daughter. So I'm able to tune into his service. There's a few other pastors out there, including my own brother-in-law. I'm able to hear him preach, see him preach, online. So I appreciate being able to tune in and get some word from other folks that are not rightly here in Minnesota with me. So if you don't have a church home, all you gotta do is scroll through YouTube. There's a whole bunch of churches online right now, including my own church that I'm a member of. So, get prayed up. Definitely get prayed up, But I'm not the one that, oh, you just need to be praying and you just need to be reading. You know what? People gonna do what they're gonna do, But I will say there are signs and wonders going on. So take heed to the signs, take heed to the wonders, and, handle your business accordingly. But I do appreciate being able to tune in online. It's an hour out my day. And, if I don't pick it up on Sunday, I can get it on Monday, Tuesday, in the afternoon, early morning, late in the midnight hour. I can pick up and listen to a sermon to, calm my nerves and go about my day. Which is really, really nice. But the way things are going right now, I just feel like people just need to take heed to the warnings. If you do have an order in your state, your county, your city, stay at home, stay at home. That stuff is going to be there. While I was out getting supplies for my home, and I wasn't just getting like toilet paper. I know I did a video on, my quest or adventures in toilet paper or whatever. It was to be a joke, but not a joke. But anyway, I was getting stuff for the home, and I saw things that typically I would buy. I would buy things like, go to the Target dollar spot and pick up little knickknacks and treats and whatever. No, went to Dollar Tree looking for something. I don't know if that was the deodorant run or whatever, but I saw different little knickknacks and stuff I could do crafts with, and I was like, And then something said, no, not right now. It'll be here, and if it's not, oh well. You know what I mean? So, and I think I've told you guys in one of my videos, I'm not going to be hauling that type of stuff, not right now. I'll probably get back to it later on down the road. Once folks get to going back to work and things are opening back up and everything, then yeah, once I get through all this, then yeah. But my little natural. But right now is just not the time. It's not something that I need. I don't need to get new dishes. I got dishes sitting right here, still in the plastic, right here. Haven't even put it out yet. So I don't need to go out and buy dishes or candles. I got candles. I did the whole candle run back, during, what was it, Christmas time or whatever. I have stuff, so I don't need to pick up anything. I mean, if that's the way others tend to want to do their thing, fine, but not Boss Lady. My comfort right now is making sure that my family has what they need, making sure that I'm staying as healthy as possible, especially going out into the field and coming home. There's a lot of things that I would have loved to have done, even video wise, but I haven't. Just because that's just not where my head is at. I mean, I still want to, have dialogue with you all. I still want to be able to be encouraging, but I also want to remain raw and uncut, So if I'm feeling a certain way, if I'm feeling down, or if I'm feeling anxious about the situations at hand right now, I want to be able to share that with you, and we have a dialogue about it. You know what I mean? Not just, oh, well, everything's hunky-dory and I'm just going on about my business. No, come on now. But that's me, and that's how I process, and that's what I do, and that's how this channel is. I mean, I might get to a point where, I might want to decorate a little bit. Okay, so I might show that. I'm trying to update our new normal. I'm trying to operate in a new normal, but I'm not trying to just, I definitely am not out there shopping. That's just not what I'm going to do. I'm not about to be out there just shopping willy-nilly. I'm not. It's not going to happen. So that's what I really wanted to kind of chat with you guys about today. I have been, like I said, I've been in my word, been praying, listening to a lot of music, you know, listening to a lot of good speakers, not just, folks who want to get your money or whatever. But the last song that I listened to yesterday was Waymaker. And that song, I first heard it at the Potter's house. So that's why it just kind of ties in great with this message, this video, because like I said, I can log on now. I can watch TD Jakes anytime I want to and tune into the Potter's house. But when myself and my daughter went to the Potter's house, the young lady, well, young, older than me, possibly, she sung the song Waymaker. And ever since we heard that song, it's like we came back to Minnesota and it was like, oh my goodness, I love that song. I listen to it, when I can on YouTube. And then my church started singing it. And then we would have guest singers come, they would sing it. And then another person who is a Minnesota talent who now lives in Atlanta, I believe, he sings it a lot. But there was a older gentleman, and I'm thinking he might have been either a pastor or a deacon or something. But it was shared with me yesterday, and he was out in his yard and he was singing the song, and he had like microphone, he had speakers. It was almost like he was having church outside, and and just kind of singing and encouraging the neighborhood. And I just thought that was just amazing, because that is what is needed right now. Like I said, I've been seeing a lot of people just kind of going about their merry little way, like ain't nothing changed. And I'm just like, really? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Not boss lady. But anyway, but that song, it just resonates deep down in my soul that I know God is a way maker. He is going to provide for us. He is going to take care of us. Like I said, I've been reading the word and, praying over my house, praying over myself and my child, my husband, my family down the street, my mom, my dad, my daughter, my grandson, all of them, everybody, my daughter's boyfriend, everybody, just because the times we're living in is definitely different this time. And, and here's the thing, this time last year, which is so odd to me, but this time last year, now by the time you see this, this will be the day after, but this time last year, on the day that I'm recording this, I buried my sister. So, and I think about, she don't even have to deal with this. She on in glory, having a good time up there with my nanny and my daddy and everybody, while we down here suffering. As some people say, oh, I'm suffering. I gotta be at home. I'm suffering. Are you kidding me? There's nothing wrong with being at home. And if you don't like the people that's in your house, then maybe it's you, it's not them. I'm just saying. I love my husband. We get along great. There's enough space in the house that if, we need to stretch our legs, stretch our arms and get that 6 feet distance, we can do that. But at the end of the day, there's no place I would rather be. I would rather be with my husband and my baby as opposed to, fighting the enemy head on. But when God says it's time and I do got to walk out that door, guarantee you me, I will have the full armor on. Gloves, mask, and all to fight that enemy head on. Okay? So for those who are complaining, oh my God, my kids are home and what am I going to do? And blah, blah, blah. Really? Why'd you have them if you don't want to deal with them? I'm just saying. There's time to spend time together, then there's time to spend time apart. Period. So that's my Talk About Tuesday, y'all. I just wanted to get off my chest some things. But I want to leave you with this. God doesn't give us no more than what he feels we can handle. We can handle this. We're going to get through this. Okay? So, my charge to you, wash your hands, keep your distance, stay at home if you can. If you are essential like me, make sure that you govern yourself accordingly. And for those who are home, take care of the home. Don't just trash it so then when your essential worker family member come home, they got to clean up everything. I'm just saying. You know, for those who are home with your kids, train your kids. Train them. There ain't nothing wrong with them. Train them. Don't expect somebody else to raise your babies. You are the parent. You raise your babies. Take care of your elderly, y'all. Check on your elderly, because some of these folks don't even know how to act to be at home. So check on them. You know, if you have family members out of state, do the FaceTime and do the Marco Polo, do the Zoom and whatever else technology we have. Do it so that they know they are still loved. And I will continue as I can putting out videos until God tells me otherwise. So you all take care and be blessed. And I will see everybody in a new video. Bye, guys.